So I was chatting to Naomi just before, and she asked me an interesting question that she said, a lot of people seem to start e-commerce businesses that they are interested in starting, right? And I said, yeah, obviously people start hobbies and things that they're interested in learning more about, and then they try and build a business on it. And whilst that can be good, for the most part, like a lot of those businesses fail because the people that start those businesses are actually not any good at solving the problem in that industry. And it takes so long to solve that specific problem that they never become successful. So as we spoke, and she's sitting behind the camera at the moment as I'm talking, but I said, and she said also, like, people would make far more money if they actually started a business in something that they're good at, right? So if I use myself as an example, I got into e-commerce because I started selling broadband modems and ADSL modems and the old 14.4K modems and even CD burners on the internet because I was really good at configuring that stuff, and I was really good at like pirating the CDs and DVDs as a kid. So don't hope the police aren't watching this, but anyway, I was 14 or whatever, right? Long time ago. So I'm like, I'm really good at that. And I'm like, I can start a business about this because I can talk about it. I understand it. I know how it all works at a very high level of detail, even at that young age. So I'm like, this makes a lot of sense to me. So I did that for 14 or 15 years. And I was like very, very good at it, right? So it's probably why I was very, very successful at it. But I wouldn't have just gone, you know what? Like, I'm really passionate about planes, right? I'm going to go sell plane parts on the internet because the amount of time I probably need to spend figuring out how the bloody engine works in the plane or a certain part of a plane or whatever would take me a very, very, very long time to do. So, and I think a lot of people get stuck into that trap that they get in and they're excited about something. And unless you master that something, then you actually never become very good at being able to sell the product or the service. So my piece of advice to you guys is before you go and get excited about selling something on the internet that you're just passionate about, try and think about selling stuff on the internet that you're actually very intellectually equipped to talk about and to sell and to do that for a very long time. And people go, you know what? This is Paul, and Paul sells solar powered products for caravans or whatever. And you go, you know why Paul does that? You go, because Paul lives in the caravan and Paul was an electrician and Paul understands everything about this, right? So you go, cool, that makes lots of sense. So, I mean, and don't get me wrong, many people start a business and they go, you know what, I want to sell soap on the internet. You don't need to be probably a genius to be able to do that unless you start formulating your own soaps and so forth. However, using that as an example, like I've got clients and I'm probably sure they come from like a pharmaceutical background. So they're like, I've been in pharmaceutical for 40 years, 20 years, or whatever. So I started this brand because I actually know how the whole industry works. And I noticed that there's a big problem in the industry, and I noticed that it's ripe for disruption, and I'm the person that's going to do it. So, and this is what really separates brands that grow really well and last really well and you can continue to build over time versus the type of brand that's just like, I sell kids clothing or I sell pet dog weeds or whatever, and the bloody dog weed is the same as the dog weeds that you can find at any supermarket, Temu, Coles, Woolies, or whatever. So take this advice as you will, use it, and yeah, good luck with it. If you have any questions, chuck them in the comments and I'll answer them for you.